Good morning, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. My name is Michelle, and as the thumbnail indicated, I wanted to do a total show of my Christian Louboutin collection. Per request, you guys have been inundating me with this request, and I am here to give you what you asked for. So, you all know Christian Louboutin, the famous shoemaker who is known for producing red bottoms. And I just want to jump right in. I'm going to start with the safest or most comfortable ones that I have, okay? And you guys have seen some of this before because I've presented bits and pieces of my collection, but here is the total ensemble. All right, so my first pair that I got, that's not it. Hope you guys are doing well as we transition into fall here. And you're gonna see that some of these are more summer versus fall, and then depending on where you live, you could wear these year round. So my first purchase I got were these good old flats. And when I started looking, I'm gonna come up close there. This is, the color of this is leche. Yes, leche, and it is the mamadrague flat. And I have enjoyed this one, wearing this usually in the spring and summer. I have not coated them, and I have not had a problem. They're going to scratch. If you coat them, you can get them coated. You can buy some covers from Amazon. You can go to certain shoe stores in the mall and they will do it for you. Excuse me. They'll do it for you. I have not covered mine yet, and they have a few scratches on them, and I'm okay with that. I bought the shoe to wear it. Comfort, comfort, comfort. I love it. It may be presenting as white, but it's kind of a nude or a taupe-ish nude, very neutral, sweet little bow on the front there. I love it. I love it. I love it. No worries in terms of comfort. It does well. And I will say this, because a lot of you say, Michelle, you've said you had a large foot. I do. I wear a size 11. And when I just don't think I look like a clown. I have a sister and she would tell me if I did. And I also belong to the We Do Not Care Club, and I do not care. We do not care. We will buy shoes that we enjoy, and we will enjoy them and love them. So size 11 with this, no problems, love it. Loved it so much that I knew I wanted another flat pair. So I looked for several months, and most recently I came up and found, now what do they call this one? This one is called simply the Sweet Jane Flat, okay? And here she is, and I just think she's a beauty. I picked this up at Nordstrom Rack, and you may have heard in one of the previous videos where I presented this shoe. I was so stoked about this because I picked it up on sale at Nordstrom, not Nordstrom Rack, at Nordstrom, the department store. And then I went down to Neiman just to, do some window shopping, and they had the shoe at full price, which was almost $1,000. I kid you not, but I didn't pay that for it. It was on sale. I paid less than half, I think I did. I'm gonna say this shoe was well, hold on. This shoe, as I thought, it's $8.45, full retail, $8.45. Let me take that out. The Mary Jane has 2 straps there. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that. And I love that sweet little heel. I love that, it's different. It has a lot of interest there. Went down, it was $8.45 in Neiman, and I paid $4.25. Just steal, love it, love it. I'm wearing that shoe year round. I don't care about, you can't wear patent leather. Yeah, you can, I do. We do not care. Yeah, I'm a member of that one. So here we are, and just to change things up a little bit and to digress into part of my collection, I am looking forward to wearing her with this sweet little bag. I'm going to jump over to a bag since the shoe was a great segue to this patent leather bag. Loved her, love her, love her. This is different for me because I usually love big totes. This was a stretch for Michelle. This was a stretch, but at the price point, I was willing to try it. It came in this color as well as in a light taupey pink. I just thought I would go with this one because I do have 2 patent leather shoes from the collection. You'll see the other one shortly. This was my nod to quiet luxury. You can see, hopefully, the CL. There is a CL there. I don't know if you'll be able to get that, maybe right in there. If you're looking for it, it's there. I am not a person that has to scream that I'm wearing a designer all of the time. Sometimes you just want to know. And if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. It is quality though. It is very much quality. This was about, I think around 8. I didn't pay that for it. I think around 3 and some change, or 4. I'm always telling you guys, wait for the sale. Anyway, love it. Love this chain. Silver, which is a little different. You don't see a lot of silver. You tend to see gold, but I love the silver. And it is substantial. Beautiful bag, beautiful, beautiful, cute little bag. It does have a tiny little pocket back there. You're not gonna get much more in here than your iPhone 16 Pro Max. And then, nice segue here. You all saw this in my last video. This is a card holder, and very pretty. Got it on sale. It was around $400. I think I paid a couple hundred for it. Very ornate, pretty. I may not have even, I don't think it was quite a couple. It was maybe one something. You can refer to my previous video to see. But beautiful. I got it at Nordstrom. It was the last one in the company. Got the last one there. So you can fit in this bag. You can fit that phone. You can fit this card holder, keys, and a lip gloss. And folks, that's it. That's all you're getting in there. But I will admit, when you are going out like for dinner, or you're meeting the girls for a glass of wine and you have on a cute little dress, you don't always want a big bulky tote, and I'll get to this. Sometimes this is all you want. And it did feel great. I felt very pretty with it. And if in the other color, if you just need to see your logo, in the pink color that it comes in, you'll see the logo much more clearly, and then it is also embedded within the back. But I am enjoying it, and I think I may incorporate just a couple of more smaller bags in my collection, because there is a place for them, I'm finding. Moving right along, changing gears in terms of the color. I mentioned that the previous bag came in that black. It also came in kind of a pinkish tone with a gold strap. So depending on the color of the metal chain is different. All right, moving on to this one is the CL Mule, is all they call it, in the color Leche. All right. So if you say, Michelle, I don't wear flats, I need some type of a heel, but I'm not ready for a 4-inch baby, here you go. How pretty is that? I love that. Bring this up a little bit closer because I want you to see the CL there. It is so pretty. It's there, but there's also this quiet nod to luxury. And then I love this one because the wooden heel is so very different. Usually when you think of Christian Louboutin, you think of that thin, very pointed heel. This is different, and it lends itself easier to everyday wear, and I love it. I love this shoe. I love it because not only can you wear it every day, but it is one of the most comfortable ones that I have. This leather across the footbed here, across the, not toe bed, but on this strap here, how about that? This strap here is extremely comfortable, and it has a little give. You know how I know that? Because I wear an 11, and this is about a 10.5. Because when it was sitting there, I thought, God, I love that, but it's not the right size. And I said, but I think it may fit. Just looking at it, you know, it just has a lot of give there. So I'm so very excited about this one. And you know, I'm coming to you with this. Guess what? I wonder if Michelle paid full price for that. This shoe was $995, full retail, which I rarely do, okay? Don't let that throw you. This shoe came in right at $4. And I wanted to tell you that I find that the shoes that aren't as high, the shoes with the block heel as well as the flats, they lend themselves to be a bit more comfortable, and you might have some flexibility in terms of your sizing by maybe a half a size up to an inch. But yeah, beautiful, love it, comfortable, love the give here. This was a really nice shoe, really nice shoe. Okay, and then I loved it so much, so much, that one day I was in the store and this popped into my life. It just said, Michelle, Michelle, and this happened, okay? And same shoe, solid colored heel, wooden heel. Lighter ones have the lighter heel, lighter wood there. Beautiful shoe. This too was on sale. I got this one half a size smaller. And again, you just have to get in there and try it on. You will know if it's like, oh, I don't stand a chance. And I'll show you that type of shoe in a moment. This one was on sale. I forget what the price on this one was. Hold please. And I'll have it linked below. And I don't know if these are still in the stores. I don't have it there. It was not the $9.95 retail, that I assure you, it was not. So just keep that in mind. It was on sale, because if I purchased it, it was on sale and at a significant price. The thing about fashion, you buy things and you have to understand that you want to take advantage of the value and the savings, and then you incorporate those pieces into your wardrobe. So sometimes when I go shopping, it's not that I am looking for a specific thing. Sometimes I'm looking for sales. I'm always looking for sales. And then I incorporate those pieces into my wardrobe. Okay, so I love that. And you will also find that Christian Louboutin, some people say Louboutin, I say Louboutin. You will find that some of their patterned shoes go on sale the quickest, like those that have some roses or different prints on the fabric. Those tend to go on sale very quickly. So you just have to have some flexibility in terms of what you want to incorporate into your wardrobe, what fits. When a shoe is at that type of a discount, I will make it fit, okay? All right, so there's that. So that concludes the smaller or the flat heels or the small wedge type heels. So from there, I go to this one. This is the So-Kate in the size 85 in terms of the heel height there. Beautiful patent leather shoe. I wear patent leather all year round. You wear what you want to wear. Remember, we're in the We Do Not Care Club, okay? So this is it is a crinkled patent leather, if you will, because I put it on my foot and I thought, oh God, it's so small that I've stretched the leather. No, you didn't. It's kind of crinkly. Do you see that? That's the design. That's the nature of the leather. And if you just need to have a Christian Louboutin symbol, you have that here. This shoe does not offer a whole bunch of give. I had to go up a whole size on this, okay? Doesn't offer a whole bunch of give. Enjoyed her with this, okay? Beautiful. Come up there. Beautiful, love that. Just depending on where you go, you can wear this to work. You can wear this to worship. The amount of time you will be able to wear her in terms of length during that day, it just depends on what you can tolerate. Some people can dance all night in them. Some people, you have an hour. So it is what it is, but that is the So-Kate heel height 85. All right. Next up in the collection, this number, and this was called the apostrophe sling. The apostrophe sling, I'll have it linked below, okay? And the color is Leon. And here she is. Okay. Now, what's different about this shoe? The heel height on this one is an 80. This is an 80, okay? That's what I knew, it was a little different. This is an 80, this is an 85. Okay, so the heel height is different there. This is an 80, this is an 85, okay? I love the color. I absolutely love that color. And in case you're thinking, is that the same color as that wedge she had? No, it isn't. Much, much lighter. They have a wide array of color options in their nude and pinkish taupe nude tones. Lots of different ones, okay? So this is not the same color. This is Leon. This one is comfortable. I love the sling back. I love that. I think that it is conducive to office wear, date night, worship, whatever you want to do with it. Denim jeans with a cute white blouse and pop these baddies on. I love that. So looking forward to, and I haven't worn this one yet, okay? And I don't see why you couldn't do this right here, okay? I thought that'd be cute. All right, so there's that. All right, that's the apostrophe sling. And then, this came into my life. This purchase was in Neiman Marcus. Rarely I find better sales on designer shoes in my size at Nordstrom. I don't know why, but this particular find was completed at Neiman Marcus. And it's a beautiful shoe. It's a beautiful shoe. There you go. Look at that. Suede. Look at that funky heel. Look at that heel. When I purchased the Socate, I wanted the heel that came in a little bit like that. But it was sold out in all colors in my big old size, and I couldn't get it. So I settled on the Socate, the black shoe that I presented a few shoes ago. But I really wanted that heel. And let me tell you, the name of this shoe is the Condora Riviera, and it is in the 85. Condora Riviera. And then it has this little delicate strap here. Now, I will tell you, I wish this strap was a bit more substantial. That kind of worries me a little bit over time. I think that that is very thin. Given the price point of this shoe, I would have liked that to just had a little more backing or something to it. I'm gonna have to handle that very gingerly. And so we are coming into fall, right? So I purchased this shoe in the middle of the summer, and it just sat there. And the person helping me said, yeah, it's been sitting here a while. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, it hadn't sold. And I'm like, oh, I think it's gonna sell today. I didn't care that it was a fall shoe in the middle of the summer. Friends, that's when you buy it. That's when you buy it. You're thinking value. So at full retail, this one was $1,100. No, I'm not doing that. This shoe was $1,100 and it was marked down to $631 with 10% off because I asked. And I'll have it linked below. I don't know what other colors it came in. You just get what you get when it's on sale, okay? So I just think it is beautiful, beautiful, and surprisingly, although it comes in very narrow here, it's a little forgiving right in here. I mean, it's comfortable. I won't say it does not hurt my wide feet. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna tell you that a CL shoe is comfortable. I think that's an oxymoron there. But yes, I did go up a size on this one because that's what I tend to have to do with that heel. But that is really funky. I love that, the Condora. Okay, I love that so much. And I wanted this in just a plain pair of pumps, all right? So let's segue briefly into a little accessory that I purchased last summer. Got my hands on one of their belts, two-tone, white and red. And this is the emblem, okay? Very much so blocked. It's not as italicized as it's not as italicized. You see the emblem there? Very italicized. This one is just blocked, okay? And this belt, I think I picked it, I know I did. I picked it up at Nordstrom and it was absolutely on sale. I'll have it linked below, but love that. Two-tone and looking for a black one. I would love a black one, but I want it italicized. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take you briefly to 2 bags, and then I'll end with the shoe. Okay, so the cabarock totes, you saw the brown one here, and I call it animal print, but they call this pony brown. Just let me give you the exact name. I think it's so funny that they call that brown. They call it, excuse me, calf pony kitty in the color brown, and it is the cabarock tote. I love this. I love this bag. You don't need a base shaper per se. What you may want is something that offers you a little more privacy. It does have that clasp there, but you may want to have something if you need a full zip. I don't worry about it in this bag. Love it. I get lots of compliments on it, and I do wear it year round. It is a fabulous tote. And then this one is where you really may want a base shaper, and I showed you this because if you go back to my other videos, I did a deep dive into these 2 bags, and you will need a base shaper in this one just due to the fact that it has holes. So you can see all of the belongings. It has holes on one side. This side, it comes up very nicely. You don't have a problem. The red comes all the way up, but on the other side, it's open. So you will need, you may want, depending on what you have in there and your comfort level. But this is also the cabarock tote, but it has a lot of cutouts. They also did this one in white. And I've seen that ladies carrying that, and it is pretty special too. And I was looking at the white because I had the white and red reversible belt. But yeah, we may pick that up whenever it's on sale. We'll see. So yeah, there you have it there. And then I want to end with, is this it? The quintessential Christian Louboutin black pump. The new Very Prive. I showed you a wedge, I showed you a flat, I showed you a wedge, I showed you a shoe in the size 80, I showed you a shoe in the size 85 in terms of heel height. Well, this bad boy is a 120. Hold on to your hat, mama. Wow, I'm just gonna let it sit there for a moment. Quintessential Christian Louboutin. Quintessential. It reminds me of the Carolina Herrera fragrance, the bag, and I just bought a bottle of that in my last video. I think it was my last video yet in the pink, but this is that Carolina Herrera black pump, excuse me. This is the, again, this is the new Very Prive size 120. The toe is out there. We're gonna see. I have not worn her yet. This is every bit a party shoe. This is one where you wear a good old flip-flop to your event. You go to the ladies' room, you put this sucker on, you shake hands for 10 minutes, and you park your gluteus maximus. Because Michelle King, I just doubt that I'm gonna be able to dance the night away in this one. We will see. I doubt it seriously. I just had to have her. She was on sale. This was the shoe that they had out all year on the table. So when they had to make room, and I asked the guy, I said, why is that shoe on clearance? You don't have to mark that shoe down. It's going to sell. What's the deal? He's like, Michelle, we had it out a whole year. And it was time to put more stuff out, and this was the one we had. I said, you had a big old shoe in my size? He's like, yeah, we did. You had that sitting out as your model? The reason I say that is because typically they have out like a size 7 or an 8. They had this one. I don't know, but I was lucky enough to get my hands on her. She was on sale. This shoe retailed for almost $1,200, and I paid right at, I don't know, maybe 4 and some change for her. And that's how you do that, friends. That's how you do that. It will be interesting. When I try her on, she's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but I know that there is a place for this shoe in my life, and I had to have her. And so, friends, I just want to emphasize again, because it's so important, there are beautiful things out there. You don't have to pay even $400 for a black Christian Louboutin pump. You're gonna be fine. It's not the shoe, it's us. It's our inner beauty. It starts there. And then once you decide you want to tip your toe into luxury, start with clearance, start with sales. You don't have to pay those ridiculous prices. Do I sometimes? Yes, I do. But more often than not, I'm going to wait until it's on sale. And because I save that way, I'm able to stretch my dollar, if you will. Again, don't get caught up. A lot of people wouldn't give $20 for these shoes because they don't like the red under them and they don't like the comfort level. It's very little to no comfort. I'm just gonna be honest. But you know, as women, we do what we do. I am pleased to have her at such a great price point. And again, that is 120 millimeters in terms of that height. She's a real mamma jamma. So there you have it. I pray that my editor can fix a lot of this stuff because boy, I had my memory card to fill up on me, had to change the battery. It may come off as very choppy, but I wanted to do this before I went to work this morning because you all were beating me up about this collection and I cannot be late for work. I don't like being late for work, so I gotta get out of here to beat the traffic, and it's so early. Anyway, that does it. I'll have these linked below. I'm not sure if they're still in inventory. I do appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and until next time,